And they just take everything they want, they walk out of the store. What the hell is going on? See, we have to let the police do their job. And if they have to be extraordinarily rough. And you know the funny thing with all of that stuff, look at the department stores, same thing. They walk into you see these guys walking out with air conditioners, with refrigerators on their back, the craziest thing. And the police aren't allowed to do their job. They're told, if you do anything, you're going to lose your pension, you're going to lose your family, your house, your car. The police want to do it. The Border Patrol wants to do it. Border Patrol.
I'm sure that's no problem at all. He's just saying police can be as violent as they want. Nothing to worry about here. But I do think that this is, again, this is like the low hum of authoritarianism that most of the media has gotten used to. We cannot allow this to be normalized. We've got to pay attention to it. We have to call it out. This is how I know Trump knows he's losing, because his worst instincts come out. He becomes racist. He becomes violent. He becomes even more conspiratorial than he already is, and that's all happening in real time. And also I know, because of what SNL said yesterday, and then it happened again just moments ago. Real quick, if you're liking this video, hit like in the video. If you're not subscribed, continue subscribing. It really does help the channel. It helps expand the message. Thanks so much.
Let's see how it's going now with Donald Trump at his rally, which is entering its third hour.
Where the hell is everyone going? Where are you going? I see you trying to leave, but the doors are locked. Come on back, we're having fun. We love my rallies, except when someone does bing bong, bing, bing, bing.
So SNL caught wind that Donald Trump's campaign rallies are becoming more and more boring. People are leaving them early. It's something the Kamala Harris campaign has said repeatedly. It's actually something Kamala Harris said to Trump. It was a thing she said to him that set him off.
And I'm going to actually do something really unusual, and I'm going to invite you to attend one of Donald Trump's rallies, because it's a really interesting thing to watch. You will see during the course of his rallies, he talks about fictional characters like Hannibal Lecter. He will talk about windmills cause cancer. And what you will also notice is that people start leaving his rallies early out of exhaustion and boredom. And I will tell you, the one thing you will not hear him talk about is you. You will not hear him talk about your needs, your dreams, and your desires. And I'll tell you, I believe you deserve a president who actually puts you first, and I pledge to you that I will.
So the fact that SNL is talking about this is not going to be a good day in the Donald Trump campaign. But what's even worse is that it then happened the next day. People left Donald Trump's rally early, and there were people who were behind him. And the Kamala Harris campaign were very quick to make a video showing just that, and here it is.
We'll open Anwar again. I got it done. Ronald Reagan couldn't get it done. Nobody could get it done. I got it. It's probably the largest site in the world. Could be bigger than Saudi Arabia. And we will tap the liquid gold that's right under our feet, and we will, temporary ban, we will become energy independent. You know, we were energy independent 4 years ago. We will become, again, first time ever, we were energy independent. Or any other country sell cars into the United States to the detriment of our workers. Because with what they're doing with electric car mandates and everything else.
Absolutely brutal. And then our friends at Midas Touch made a mini documentary about Trump's ever-shrinking crowd sizes. I'm going to show you right now. And then afterwards, I'm going to tell you what I think this all means.
By the way, I want to explain something. The people that you see leaving, because nobody ever leaves. And when they do, I finish up quick, believe me. But I couldn't take pictures at the beginning. So I take them at the end sometimes. If I'm late, the plane gets late, you get delayed, lots of things happen. There's a little hurricane going on in Florida, as you know. And so what they do is they say, oh, please come up now at the end of my speech. I said, don't do that, because it looks like they're leaving, like you're...
Something really unusual, and I'm going to invite you to attend one of Donald Trump's rallies, because it's a really interesting thing to watch. You will see during the course of his rallies, he talks about fictional characters like Hannibal Lecter. He will talk about windmills cause cancer. And what you will also notice is that people start leaving his rallies early out of exhaustion and boredom. And I will tell you, the one thing you will not hear him talk about.
Meanwhile, look at the latest rally Kamala Harris did in North Carolina. Just look at the difference. The difference in the energy the enthusiasm, and the excitement coming from the crowd. And then I'm going to tell you what this all really means, because I do think this is actually meaningful. Okay, so let's talk about polling. Let's talk about crowd sizes. Let's talk about the enthusiasm of the crowds that are there, because I think they're all kind of telling us the same story, just in different ways. So the reason why I think crowd sizes are a better indicator of future results in election than a poll is because polls are lagging indicators. Polls tell you where you've been. The enthusiasm of a crowd tells you where you're going. And I don't think polls can pick up on enthusiasm in ways that just seeing it in real time can. And I want just transport your mind back to 2016 if you can, if you don't have PTSD. And I actually have gone back and looked at the rallies. I would if you're worried about this year, I would suggest you do that too, because the difference between then Hillary Clinton's rally, not even the sizes, just the enthusiasm, versus Donald Trump's crowd enthusiasm couldn't have been more different. And the crowd enthusiasm of Donald Trump's 2016 rallies very much so reminds me of Kamala's 2024 rallies. Now, I actually think her rallies are even more enthusiastic than Trump's ever were, but I think that's probably the closest correlation. And so why does that matter? Because enthusiasm is kind of like, for better or worse of an analogy, it's kind of like a virus, or it's contagious. We'll just say it's contagious. And people will pick up on enthusiasm. If you are excited about your candidate, people are more likely to want to vote for your candidate, and it spreads. And polls can't pick up on people who don't usually vote, or who, many polls are about, likely voters, and kind of Trump's superpower for the past 2 elections have been these people who will not show up in polling, but come election day, they show up and vote for Trump. I think we're experiencing that on our side, and I think the enthusiasm of these crowds is the greatest indicator we have that even though it looks like a tight race today, I think if you look at the difference in the enthusiasm of the crowds, it might still be a tight race on the day. It might still look like a tight race in terms of like percentage of votes, but I don't know if it's necessarily going to be that close of a call. That's my prediction based on these crowds. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video, hit like in the video. If you're not subscribed, consider subscribing. And if you made it to the end, leave a blue heart. I'll see you next time.
I don't know what's wrong with you young people. You think you just fell out of a coconut tree?